What's your mile? We've all had that 1 mile. The one that smacks you directly in the face. The one where your legs are cramping. They feel like bricks. That mile that breaks you, forms you, teaches you, empowers you. I want to ask, when does this happen? What does it look and feel like? Do you experience this often or simply never? What makes you chase this mile? What's your mile? That sentence can mean so much. It can also mean so many different things. Feeling, time, pace, distance. What is it? In every race you do, there's that mark that smacks you in the face. That moment in time where everything around you stops. It's silent. You can hear the birds. You can hear the trees, the wind, the smell of the grass, the energy from the sun. You look around you and you see feet moving, different color shoes, sweat marks, feet marks, all moving in the same consistent direction. What's my mile? My mile has been mile 10. Now to most, that's nothing. To some, that's an eternity. And for me, that's my barrier. My barrier is mile 10. I have no clue why. It's not like I asked for it. It's not like I haven't prepared for it. It's not like I haven't done it. I have. 2 years ago, I ran a half marathon, which is about 13 miles. That was by far the hardest thing I've ever done. To think this year, I'm doing more. What I want to talk about, though, is breaking point. Everyone has it. Everyday individuals, amateur athletes, world-class athletes. Every single person has this point where they hit a breaking point, and it's up to them to decide what they're gonna do. Are you gonna go forward? Are you just gonna stop? Or are you gonna go backwards? And I think it's important to talk about this because this is the defining moment. It's just the defining moment. And a lot of people do not allow themselves to reach these moments because their brain tells them, oh, you're tired, or it's okay, tomorrow, next time, next week, next month. It never happens. This breaking point allows a mental barrier shift that literally will not happen ever in your life unless you do this step, which is knock on that breaking point. If it's 20 degrees outside, knock on that breaking point. If it is 110 degrees and the road is nothing but hot, break that surface. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about your mind, your body. But the best part about it is how you're responding, what you're feeling in that moment. And then you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? I don't have to. I'm choosing to. And why? Running is the type of thing where you don't need an event to do it. You don't need a reason to do it. You don't need anything, anyone, any why. The hardest part is when you feel like you can't physically move. You cannot physically go on. That's exactly when you realize it's not about finishing. This person that you're building. In that moment, in this moment right now, you're going from one person to this person that you visualized the entire ride here. The entire journey here. All the early mornings, all the late nights, all of the multitasking, all of the stress, all of the stuff you have had to do. Put into this one moment. You are going to give up or stop because you feel like you can't go. You know, in sports, there's a phrase. It's called, are you injured or are you hurt? And there's a big difference. One, you can continue. The other one, you can't. Ask yourself this question. And the moment you do, it'll spark something. I want everyone to experience their mile. 1 mile, this could be half a mile, this could be 25 miles, or 100. Everyone has their own mile. The point of this is to have you get up, get out there. Go show yourself and find out. Go find out. What's my mile? And every single day, wake up and ask yourself, what's my mile? There is a dopamine factor that comes from running as well as lifting. There are two different Dopamines, though. In my opinion, a running dopamine is much stronger, much more effective than a lifting dopamine. I strongly encourage you to find what your mile is, because once you find that, it'll give you a mission. It'll give you something to constantly look forward to, attack, and conquer, and eventually surpass that. Because when you find out that you can do something and you can do it consistently, but like not even consistently, just once you find out that you can do something, everyone knows how confident you become, how unstoppable you become, because now you have literally seen it with your own eyes. And that is why you chase that mile.